You man, relax.
Go on.
That's what I'm saying.
He said that. No, when you're a man, you can cheat and get away with it. I'm like, God. let me jump. You go on 3 dates, right? And then it will take a while before she can be like, yeah, come home, let me cook food.
That's a woman privilege. For to be paid for, to be taken care of.
Yeah.
No men should be complaining about that. That's a woman privilege.
There's a portion of females that see that as their slaves if they did that.
Don't try that. You're trying to make it seem like they're beating us inside. Don't try that.
Welcome back to the podcast. I know we had some interesting discussions last week, so we're just trying to keep that the same this week and have you guys tune in and just loving it off.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, as usual, just before we get right into it, how was everyone's journey in today?
Smooth.
Yeah, good stuff.
Blessed, I didn't have too much issues, to be honest. Like, it was just a straight train journey. We had another late comer today.
Late by 1 minute.
By 1 minute. I thought you was under a minute though.
Is that £10?
That's what I'm saying. Is that £10?
Is that £10?
I made it before
No. But we just got you on audio. You just said you were 1 minute late.
Listen.
Alright, cool. We'll just.
You just said you was 1 minute.
We're good. So that's £10.
You just said you was 1 minute late.
You made me trip my words, fam. I was actually 1 minute early.
Nah, no way. We've got you on audio, bro. Literally. There's no two ways about it. Like, but nah, like the first one I wanted us to actually cover was the whole notion of like families decreasing. Because I even like today when I was just coming in, I saw a couple and just had one kid, and like I would say back in the days, like you see like old school pictures and stuff like that. There's multiple kids, like, because nowadays, like, if someone has like 7 kids, like you see on Instagram or something, and they show like 7 kids, everyone's like, oh, Jesus, like, what's going on there? Like, why is there so many? Like, and it just made me think about like, it's actually crazy because the birth rate is actually dropping. And recently we had COVID and so on, so there's so many deaths. So then now it's almost like, not even almost, it's actually a case of like there's less births and there's more deaths. Like in the recent years, in the UK, for example, there's been more deaths than births, which is just insane. Like the population is just decreasing.
They're even saying that fertility it's lowered over the past 10 years as well. So, but what I want to ask, why do you man think that is? Why do you think fertility is low, and why do you think birth rates are low as well? Would you possibly think the reason could be?
I think people are finding it hard to live and to even to support kids, because people want to kind of give their kids the best opportunities. So with all these recent changes, like the cost of living, I know I was saying that it's, like life is easy here, but it's, it's like, I know that, contradiction. No, not contradiction, but yeah, it's like people do find it hard to kind of have, because it's only in mostly economically developed countries. That's why the birth rate is lowering. But at the same time, they also view it as a good thing. They view it as like education. When you're more educated, better educated, and when there's some benefits to it, because they're also against overpopulation. They think more resources for less people. So do you guys think it's a good or bad thing, actually?
You sounding like Thanos right now.
It's not me, it's you know it is.
Do you think what's a good thing? What
do you think low birth rates, what's happening in like economically developed countries, do you think it's a good thing or bad?
I would never say that's it being lower. I don't think that could ever be.
It's just like 1.7 or something.
No, it's dropping. It's dropping, bro. It's dropping.
And that can never be a good thing.
It's not 1.7. Like I remember I was seeing something yesterday, and it was like 3.something%. Like over like the last 10 years, I think it is. Like it's dropping.
Well, it's actually good news. If you like Japan are probably getting a bit more loose with immigration because their population is so old, so they need foreign workers.
Now, you know what? It's actually good that you said that, because the article I was reading yesterday actually said because migrants are decreasing. Like that's also a reason why birth rates are actually dropping, because migrants tend to have more kids. Like so they wouldn't have like 1 or 2, they would have like 3, 4. And because there's less migrants now, that's why like there's less people being born. And I actually thought, wow, you know what? That's actually a good point, you know?
But wait, you man, why do you think, yeah, like, because we always see this, like, in poor countries, the birth rate is a lot higher, and then in more economically developed countries, it's a lot lower. But why? Why do poorer people have more kids than
I've
people
always
have women?
looked at it like, you know, like when like kids are like a form of happiness. Because I always think about it, because when I was in Nigeria, like last year, I thought, because there was many people, like many kids, and like so on and so on, and obviously living situation is not fantastic. Like it's not like, and I just think, oh well, how are they supporting all these kids? When at the same time, I thought, you know what, they gotta find happiness in something in their life, like, and kids is a form of happiness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's also a chance of like one of the kids actually getting them out of that situation.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. That's another thing, reason why it's good to have kids, because when you get older, you're going to depend on your kids for support.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but I think also having more kids in like less developed countries, like, you know, more of them are, like, especially in the rural parts, they're into like farming and like things of such things, yeah. So having more kids is like a workforce, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a business.
Yeah, they can help you out.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I think big families is good, like in countries like that. But however, over here, do you know, I think it is to do with like also women being able to like follow what they want to do and having more opportunities. Because in like less developed countries, like I think the opportunities for women is less. So therefore can affect like what they really can do. So I think
they may not just want to have all those kids.
you know, it's like more so it'll be easier for them to start raising children. However, in like the West, yeah, there's so much opportunity. So like, I'm not saying that women wouldn't want to have kids, but they're more so, a lot of them are career driven now.
Yeah.
So I think until they get to a position where they can like say, okay, I'm comfortable to raise kids, and what age is that? Until then, I don't think they'll probably raise any children still.
But isn't it interesting that a lot of like the families with extreme generational wealth, they tend to have a lot of kids. Like if you look at like the kind of the DuPonts, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, like they're like 7 or 6
they're
children.
focused on family legacy.
So it's an interesting thing. I do think I think there are more benefits to having kids than to having less.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Like the more you have,
that,
like people would try to also say your economic situation does matter,
100%.
but in general, the potential you bring into the world, especially with like that you bring into the world, if you know what you're doing and you raise them right, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. But at the same time, some people shouldn't be parents.
Nah, it's good that you actually mentioned like wealthy families having kids, because in South Korea the marriage rate has gone down by 40%, and the main cause has been like the cost of like having a whole wedding, and then the whole what do you call it after, like the finding a house and so on. Like all of that costs so much that most people just don't get married. And obviously, you know, with marriage come kids and so on. So yeah, it was actually interesting that you actually mentioned that, because it's actually one of the factors that's actually decreasing the birth rate. Because literally the cost of living is just so insane.
It has to be. It has to be an economic thing, bro. Like, it has to be, because like I think in a natural world, yeah, like if everyone was like financially alright, like it will leave you more time to have children. But like everyone wants to bring children into like a alright world,
Perfect world.
to be able to provide them a better lifestyle than you had, innit? So wealthy families can do that, because if you come from wealth, like you don't really need to think about
That's true. But you see, like with what Larry said, like I think it's important for people to have children, even if you're from a poor background, because like you never know. Your only chance of getting out of that situation could be those kids that you're bringing into the world.
And you can't
when people say, I've heard some celebrities say, I can't really remember, there was one specifically who said broke people shouldn't have kids. And I'm like, that's cap.
But that's essentially what the population control agenda is, because when they're saying that they're worried about the world's population, essentially what they're saying is that too many poor people having kids. They're not really too bothered about rich people having kids, because they're not too bothered about rich people taking jets by themselves. So it's Yeah, it's quite sad, but I definitely encourage, like, I think there's enough resources for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. There's more than enough.
There's more than enough.
They just like to promote this limited, we're running out of this. We don't have enough of that. Like, nah.
Well, you man need to go and tell Thanos that. And at the same time, on the note of actually what you were just saying, talking about exploring and actually increasing the number of kids or something like that, right? Yeah, like because I thought about it. I was watching a video yesterday and it was actually talking about like parts of the world we haven't explored. So in terms of like the resources that you like, people are saying there's less resources, but there isn't, and that can also be the case because the video was talking about how like there's certain parts on the earth we haven't explored. Like for example, like the Sahara Desert, like because it's just a desert, but then years ago.
There's cities underground, under the sand.
There's a very good chance that that's the case, like because years ago it wasn't like that. Like years ago, it was green.
It was green, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then he was saying like, we actually haven't explored that area, like, and it's interesting because it's true. Like we don't even know what's there. Like we don't know what resources are there.
I think like the world, especially those who live here, like there are opportunities outside of here. Like there's so much business opportunities. There's so much you can do because you basically live in a world that's the most developed, and you can just bring these ideas to like your home, your part of the world. You don't have to kind of stay here, and you're basically here to just gather wealth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
No. The reason why I actually brought that up was because it made me think about like the wonders of the world. Like for example, like the pyramid. And the technology that's probably there because there's been a whole like mystery, like you know what I'm saying, like there's been a whole mystery of like how was this built, because it's insane because you think about it, like it's actually stones somehow elevated to that height, and bro, that shit's not light, like it's heavy, so you just think, bro, how was that done? So like I thought that there's so many things that are actually lost to us in this world, like in terms of, because you know we always look at like we look at history and we think, and then it's more of the case of like we're going upwards and like whatever's new's better than old. That's the way we look at it. But then like that, for an example, like the construction of the pyramid, like it's just that's all technology. Is it though? But at the same time, because we actually don't even know how that was built. Like
that's true. But let me say this, like, Sway, do you man not think that could be replicated? Do you think people
I think it can.
No, it definitely can because it's been done. It's just like, that's what I'm saying about like old and new. Like if something's been done, it can be done again. But like we haven't tried to fully find out how that was actually done.
I think we know. I think they know. Whoever, like, they know. It's just not profitable. I think the way the pyramid is constructed, from what I've kind of gathered, is that it produced something natural and renewable. So everything, we live in a very like if it doesn't make profit, no one cares.
Yes.
No, definitely.
Capitalist society.
It was just like last week when you were talking about like the things that's been shown on your social media pages.
Yeah, it's basically just we're trying to get used to consume as much. So I think they could replicate the pyramids. Some guy said something about they put them in sachets and then they filled the sachets up, and then when it hardened, they just removed the sachets. So rather than like moving all those bricks, so it's kind of like they molded it.
Yeah.
So they can do it.
That's
but
a
I think
good theory.
They said that it was covered with like limestone. They had like a gold cap, and what it do there's a lot of theories around it. But from what I can remember is that it harness energy and it kind of bring vegetation and life to the surrounding areas. And it gets it's about taking negative ions in the air and something and processing. Don't quote me exactly on that, but it's something to inspire your research journey if you're interested in that.
No, definitely, because the video I was watching, I think his name was something Hancock. I can't remember his name. But he was saying like the possibility of actually like telling what's the word? You see, like, if you can move stuff with your mind,
telekinesis, telepathy.
Yeah, like those kind of, like, because he was talking about like
vibrations.
Yeah, through the process of sound as well. Like, and everything sounds crazy until it's proven. Because he was saying that, like, he was like, he doesn't know obviously, but at the same time he's like we've got to be open to these ideas because the construction of it itself, like, because I know you were saying like it's not profitable and so on, but like it can be because it can be seen as like a museum, and with that being the case, like that attracts people. And
but wait, I thought he meant by when he said it's not profitable, I thought you meant by like it's not profitable for them to release that information.
No.
Is that what you meant?
It's like, for example, Tesla had an idea to make electricity come out of the ground.
Yeah.
That's not profitable because you can't charge people for electricity if you can just get it from the ground. So if they were to reconstruct the pyramid and you basically bring about something that you can't necessarily charge people to use, then why would they do it? Like,
oh, okay, they can't make money from it.
yeah, they can't make money from it. So like, it's like,
Yeah, but you see, like, you see the whole thing with the pyramids, why, like, I also think, like, is a thing that people should look into a bit more, is because, like, the conventional theory of it is that, obviously, well, there's many theories, but the one that a lot of people go with is that they brought the stones from a quarry thousands of miles away, all the way to this location with, let's say, pulleys and rope systems, and like, you see, I work in construction, yeah, like, to put, like, you can't put wood, the equipment they had, you couldn't put that much pressure on it because it'll just break.
Exactly, it's stone.
You get me? So, like, obviously with the conventional tools we have, like cranes, reinforced steel, all of these stuff, yeah, obviously we can do it now, but to do something like that, to that magnitude, like, it is, I don't know, it's not, like, even when they take, like, construction people and all these people back there, like, it doesn't make sense how they're claiming they done it. So that's why, like, something definitely to look into. But even what Graham Hancock is saying, yeah, with the whole lost technology and that, with vibrations and all of that, is like, it's very interesting because I looked into it. And to some extent, yeah, like, you can move objects with vibration. But, like, obviously, you got like, Graham Hancock is like a pseudoscientist, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not really mainstream, but you got people like, his name's Zaha Sutton. Like, he's a conventional person,
Egyptologist
on this year, and like, them two don't really get along. But I think, I don't know, like, the conventional way of them saying it happened doesn't make sense to me. Like,
I do think a lot of technology that we have today, like they had back then, I don't really think we're as advanced as we think we are. I think it's just profitable. Like, they've just taken it and made it in a way, like, how can we make as much money from this as possible?
yeah.
And that's basically in the society we live in. Just
Yeah, and I get what you mean.
just fully just making people consume as much as possible.
Yeah, because obviously, if there was pyramids in every country, like, Egypt wouldn't have the stature that it does. Like, it's the same as,
it's
like,
not the only place with pyramids. Sudan has pyramids.
Yeah, but there's a thing about the Egyptian pyramids. Like, you know what I'm saying, there's a different stature about it. Like, obviously, if you look at Sudan, I think years ago Sudan was part of Egypt, or like half of it was part of Egypt. I think Egypt used to be a lot bigger, like back in it, like ancient Egypt was a lot bigger than what it is now. And yeah, because you look, there's other countries like I think it's Brazil with the giant Jesus statue. Yeah, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, things like that. It's just, it's as you were saying about consumers. Like, that's the way we've gone in terms of, like, evolution. Like, just like last week we were talking about AI and stuff like that. Like, if it makes money, then yeah, like, then we'll talk about it being like, oh, it's the next step. But if it's something that doesn't make money, like, then it's not really focused on. It's not really the next step.
Fam, do you, man, like, I don't know, yeah, but like personally, yeah, like, especially when I hear a lot of like black scholars, black people talking about Egypt and that, like I kind of think that Egypt is a bit romanticized. Like, we kind of over-romanticize the whole Egypt thing.
What do you mean?
Like, I get it. It was a great civilization. The original people there were black, but it's like, we kind of, I don't know. The way I look at it, it's a bit corny. The way we kind of just like
try to claim
that's the first thing. If you chat to any black person who, a conscious black person, let's call it, what's the first thing? They're going, oh yeah, ancient Egypt, yeah, we built the pyramids. And I'm like, okay, cool. What now? What do we do with that now? Where do we go?
Yeah.
Are we going to do it again?
Yeah.
Like,
Fair point.
do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a bit like we could talk about other things. It's not only just
what you
Egypt.
mean.
We
I
could
know
talk
what
about
you mean.
other African civilizations. It's
Yeah.
not just jump straight to Egypt.
Yeah, no.
Like, there are other great African civilizations.
There's great
like-
civilizations in Africa. Like even the wall built in Benin,
Yeah.
like which is thousands of meters long. Like that's another great structure in Africa.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? It's just that a lot of like you see Africa is looked at as like a deprived continent, innit? Like there's no knowledge, there's nothing great.
The
from it.
history's lost. It's not
That's why,
written
like,
down.
you know, with certain like things on our continent, we have like you need to take pride in it because it's like to a certain extent, your ancestors wasn't as stupid as you're like told to believe in it.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
There's I just say like there's a lot of opportunity in Africa.
Yeah, there's a lot.
crazy.
I
bro.
think
I think there's a lot of opportunity just exploring, man. Honestly.
yeah, in exploring, but because we're Africans, so
Yeah.
it's different. Like if we're Asians and you look
Then,
back, you look
yeah.
at the opportunities
You're back in Asia, but
Yeah.
So
we're
it's like
African, so
even if you're just like a diaspora and just watching this, honestly, it's a blessing for us to probably have this opportunity.
yeah.
Compared to how it was back then.
Especially when you have the knowledge, like you know, like okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm from Africa, this country in Africa. I know my history. I know how, like, the reason why my parents even moved here.
But what do you think about like people who, like for example, if you're Chinese, right?
Yeah.
There's not really much opportunity for you to go back to China.
No, that's
and
true.
because
What do you mean?
China's
But
crazy.
no, there actually might be. I wouldn't
the
necessarily say so.
CCP is serious, bro. CCP don't.
That's true,
don't play
but bro,
around.
think about it.
you go Taiwan.
Even though China's quote unquote developed, like there's a lot of fuck shit going on there. Like
Yeah.
the fake shit that's going on there, bro. If you go in there with real shit, like I think that there's a market there for that. Because they
China's massive as
looted
well.
this fake
I know you're
shit,
saying that
fake beef.
Yeah,
What the
everything's fake,
f?
Yeah,
Oh
but it's
my
like
God.
it's controlled by the CCP. It's not as like lawless
Oh, I
as
know
the
what you
continent.
mean.
of
Oh,
Africa.
yeah, I get what you're
Like
saying.
if
I
you
get
try,
what
if
you're
you
saying.
try and do that, the
You
CCP
try and do
is
that, yeah,
like,
they'll crack down on
yeah,
it.
they'll
They're
crack down
a
on it.
communist country or something then.
They say it's
They
communist.
say
but
it's
not
communist.
really.
It's not really
It's like a
communist. That's
dictatorship.
dictatorship, fam.
So it's like there's some people who probably like their best option is to leave. Like
Literally.
I don't know.
Like
Which is
that
tough.
David
No, but the
Zhang guy.
population of China is so heavy,
Yeah,
though.
exactly,
That's what I'm
it's a
saying.
big market,
I'm
innit?
trying to understand what you guys are saying here.
it's
like,
the, no, like most of them are in poverty.
Bro, most of them in poverty. Ain't you seen that video Larry posted in the group chat?
no.
Like,
The,
it's-
David Zhang,
A lot of it
the
is
Chinese
'cause-
insider. He's basically exposing everything going on with the CCP in China and all of that.
David Zhang, check him out.
Yeah, you should check him out.
Yeah,
still,
because he
like.
basically a lot of is having a tough time because the way the CCP treats them is like the CCP owns everything,
Literally.
and then they're all about production and like maximizing. So it's stuff like they fake a lot of things. They fake foods. They fake animals.
Everything, bro.
wild.
Pigs, they're painting pigs different colors.
Yeah, like the buildings,
Bro,
even the
this-
way they
the
build it.
gutter oil. Remember the gutter oil? Bro, they're getting oil, cooking oil from the gutter. Oil that's been disposed of. They're going back in the sewers to pick it back up, and they're putting it in people's foods, cooking it, serving it.
Oh my!
Imagine
days.
that.
Yeah, they're
Taking
going through
the
it. They're going
piss.
through it. Like it's tough. It's not easy for them, no. So yeah, I welcome them to Africa.
They're already in Africa.
Yeah, it doesn't
They're already
matter.
in us. Oh, I'm worried about that.
Have you seen them Chinese, Congolese dancers, bro? Like they be
No, I ain't see that, you
Oh,
know.
you're crazy.
I ain't see that. Nah, you lot blow my mind
we
right now.
need
I
to
didn't,
be careful
I didn't
then,
think it was that bad in China, man.
I didn't
No,
think it
it's
was that
nice.
bad.
I didn't think it was that bad in
serious.
China.
Still.
Are you saying
mean,
from the Chinese people in the West don't want to go back home?
I mean, there's probably people who are doing okay in China, but in China it's not very free.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it can be
not.
okay, but it's
I
not.
know there's bad parts everywhere. But
That's what I'm saying, but like, because I'm looking at like the GDP in China is pretty good. Like
Yeah, but-
they're tech savvy. Like you know what I'm saying, like
No,
they've got a market. Like you know what I'm
They're
saying,
all
like.
about image. Like even the buildings, like
All
they always
about
crumble.
image. All
No,
about
but
the
what I'm
image.
saying is, like the country itself is making money, like
Yeah.
So like because obviously,
But look, the people are
China's-
suffering.
The people, it's not the people are not receiving those benefits.
Yeah.
okay,
I
so
get what
they're
you're
just
saying,
keeping
yeah.
it. The
Yeah,
government
the
just
CCP, yeah,
they just want to make money.
controlling
Okay, I
everything.
understand. I understand.
Even their working hours, Larry, I don't know if you remember where they said the 996. They
What
went
the-
from 9 a.m.
Yeah.
to 9 p.m. 6 days a week.
So 1 day off and
Plus-
like
and they
a couple of
plus
hours.
overtime as well.
So like what? So wait. They get. Let's say they get home at 10. Just go straight to bed. And,
Just go straight to bed.
and just.
Probably get something to eat quickly.
What's their pay?
Nah, but you know what? Actually, by the same time, that's actually what he was talking about last week when he's talking about just do nothing, just go monk mode and
Monk
just.
mode.
I just
But you see,
that makes sense.
that's true, bro. That is true.
They must be they must be saving so much money. Like if they're going monk
Bro,
mode.
they have no time. Like,
No, but
you
time
have
equals money though.
1 day off a week.
No, but-
Sunday.
yeah, but time equals money though. That's what I'm saying. Because imagine their timestamp. Their timestamp with them, like the bread must look
But listen,
fantastic.
time
Yeah,
equals
yeah,
money,
totally.
but at the same time, I always say time is worth more than money.
Yeah.
If
No,
you
no, no.
value your time worth the money, you will make the money. But if you need to focus on making sure your time is the most productive.
No,
so
I
that
was
your
just
money-
trolling. I was just trolling. That shit is insane. That's insane. 6
I
days.
think
Like,
East
yeah,
Asian
that's-
cultures, though, they work hard. Like,
They work too hard, bro. Like, that's just
No,
crazy.
it's all good to work
Even
hard, but at the
Africans
same
work
time, like
hard
you have
as
to
well.
understand, you have to understand the human body.
Innit?
Like the like you work because even like for example, these guys that train to do like sports and stuff like that, they talk about the importance of rest, like and
Rest,
letting your body
yeah.
recover. Because it's just like if you go to the gym, like there's a whole process of your muscle actually tearing and rebuilding, and it needs time
That
for that
rest
to
to
actually happen.
recover.
So you can't just be just doing
Like,
and
you didn't come to Earth to be working in some corporation and that's solely your purpose and you just go home sleep. Well, I mean, some people it is.
Some people,
Some
they're just like,
they
you know,
don't
and
have
then
a
when I
higher
get to
purpose like that, but
when I get to the retirement age, it's time to just retire,
Yeah,
and then
just-
you know it's all good to go. And
just
They're
the basic
NPC in
life.
it, bro.
So wait, what do you guys think?
NPC.
Because there's some people apparently in the world who don't have a thought process.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by
So
that?
there's like people who they don't have a thought process, but they can see images. And there's some people who they have like a voice and they
Wait,
can
what do
see
you mean
images.
they don't have a thought process?
Like, they don't
What
have a
does that
voice.
mean?
They don't have a voice in their head.
How's that possible? How do you,
how do you
think
know that? Like,
They
yeah.
say it like they've said it like the way they explain it is like the words just come out. Like even at night, their thoughts don't run wild. Someone said that when they watch movies and they heard a voiceover of the person's thoughts, they thought that was just a movie, and they think things like "think before you speak" is just like a saying. Like people don't actually.
But wait, how is that possible? How do you not? So they basically can't think.
Never heard of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
is
so
that not
stuck
possible?
right now.
It's
Because
out
if
here,
you
bro.
can't think, then
They just,
you're basically mentally disabled.
nah, I don't say that about them, man.
No, but
No, but he's trying to understand because I'm trying to understand right now what you're saying.
If people
I'm so
don't have a thought
baffled.
process, think about it. For you to go from here upstairs, downstairs, you have to think.
Yeah, they just do it.
No, but
It's because
No, but we all just do it,
Yeah,
though.
but okay,
But
think
you
about
still
it. Think
think.
about it.
Even,
There's
even,
people
though,
who
even though
don't.
you just do it, you still think.
But there's people who don't have a voice, but they can see the pictures. So I knew a girl who she didn't have like the voice, but she could see the pictures. So if you told her something, she'd see it, but she could never have like a voice actually explaining it.
So she can't think for herself.
So wait, what? She told you she doesn't
No,
have a
say-
voice in her head.
Yeah, like she doesn't have like it's just like that's the way some
wild.
people are. Some people don't have a voice. Some people can
It's
only
hard
see
to
images.
imagine that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying.
The
No,
only
but
way
at
I
the
can
same-
think of that is like someone who's disabled. Like
No,
someone
no. You know what it is? No. I think
crazy.
the reason why the reason why you can't imagine that is because you're thinking about the way you are.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to I'm understanding it because I can't dispute it because if the person's saying that that's what it is, then that's what it is. Like
No, do you know what? It's not only that. I'm thinking of like even when they do something, like if you're using the toilet, you still have to I need to go to the toilet. Let me go to the toilet.
Yeah.
You say that in your head and you go to the toilet.
yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
no, they just have the feeling.
I don't get it.
Like when they go to the toilet, they're like,
you were saying
I don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's hard to. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah. So they just do.
yeah.
basically.
But they
But how
probably.
could you do without thinking? I can't
They just do.
You can't.
It's like
do without
if someone
thinking.
says how are you, most of the time people just say fine. You don't really think about it, you just say fine.
not as
Like for them, it's
premeditated.
always like
Yeah, but that
But
one.
the thing
Yeah,
is,
but that's
for you
that's
to
repetition
even
though.
do anything, like I swear we have nerves and all of that communicate messages to certain parts of the body.
It's the way they're wired.
move. For me to move this arm, even though I'm not really thinking about it, but I am because like my nerves, my brain sending signals to my nerves and it's connecting and it's making it move.
Bro. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
but for them, they don't have a thought process. They probably think, but they just don't have the voice and the pictures.
That's wild. That's wild. But no, to be honest, like,
Interesting.
yeah, that is interesting. But last week we were talking about tech and AI and so on, and like we didn't really mention the impacts of tech on the human body itself, like in the sense of like you can spend like hours just looking at your phone.
Yeah.
And then it just leads to just like you're just less active as a human being, less exercise and so on. Like obesity like is increasing, testosterone is decreasing in men and so on, because obviously like if you exercise and do all these and you're active, like your testosterone level is actually at a level that it should be at. And I thought about it. I was like, oh wow, we actually didn't dive into that, because that's one of the things I think about. Because at times because there's some people that actually they wake up and they get out of bed, and then there's many people that don't do that. Like they might spend like an hour on their phone before actually getting up to do that. Like I would say I'm part of that at times. Like even though I try to not be like, well, unless if I'm waking up to go to the gym, I'm waking up to get to work, that's probably what I would do. Like I would wake up and be on my phone first. And it made me think, because like there's been a lot of talk about testosterone levels actually dropping in male, like over the last years, and also in terms of just men being less manly,
Masculine.
like less manly, like and some people have said that it's more about the role models and so on, and it makes a good argument for both sides. But to me, I think it's more about the result of technology and just being less active as human beings.
That's why you think men are less masculine.
No, I think that's a factor into it, but I'm more talking about just the testosterone levels just dropping because of just less activities and being less active.
So how do we think that less masculine
Man.
a society full of less masculine men is like manifested? Like how do we see that? Like how are men behaving?
I think maybe it could be partly because I get what you're saying about technology. I can see how technology can play a role into that, because it kind of makes things a lot easier. And when things are a lot easier, there's less hardship. So it's like we're a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So men maybe we're not as ambitious and driven as we used to be. I would say even men nowadays don't have as much purpose.
Yeah,
as
and values
men
are different.
Back then.
Like values as men compared to now is different.
It's completely different.
Back in the day, like a guy can be like, this what I stand on is my word, like the whole concept of honor and so on. But like nowadays, that's not the value of most men. Like
literally,
they think about different kind of things, and I think that results in it as well.
Like if we think about men, if we compare men from like the 60s till now, like if we could literally speak to men back in the 60s and speak to men now,
they'll be like, these are some soggy nuns.
They'll be thinking, rah, like we have it easy. Like even in terms of like
Everything, bro.
accomplishing our goals, like it's literally at our fingertips. But back then, them men there, they had to go out, go to school, join the army. They had to really go outside and
get on a horse.
Yeah, they had to really go get this.
Like I want to piggyback off that technology thing.
Yeah,
because I think that contributes a lot to it. And I'd say men are very overstimulated. Like there's so much. There's like honestly,
that's true. That's like, another thing as well.
Whether it's porn or whether it's just the amount of women available.
Yeah.
Like you can really see like fine women all the time. Whether it's on your phone or it's like
distractions.
Yeah, or like whether it's on like
you like fine women.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can really seeing that and constantly having like that dopamine rush and the fact that society kind of makes it acceptable for men to just be sleeping around. You kind of
what about the females?
Well, no, society does not like.
No, but I was just saying in terms of like sleeping around because men can only sleep around if the females are sleeping around. Like that's the only way it can work.
Yeah, but women are responsive to men. Like, that's just
of course. Yeah, that's a fair point. No, I was just answering that.
It's like sleeping around impacts us differently. I think it has a greater impact on men in terms of immense potential. Like it's because it's all about your potential. So I think when men kind of sleep around or aim to do that, they kind of lose the value. Because when you really kind of, I preach about abstinence. I really, I like my abstinence. Like you should definitely go 3 months, 6 months, and keep doing that, because then you value your seed, you value that kind of sexual energy, and then it's something that you divert in other parts of your life, and you also kind of really vet the women you give that energy to. You kind of really, you can't, it's something that when you feel it, you're like, I don't want to lose this to just anyone. So whoever I lose this to must be valuable. And this in turn has an effect on women. Like it changes how they behave. And then they might not sleep around because they might just want a guy like that.
So it starts from us, basically.
Essentially. So like a society of less masculine men would inadvertently make more masculine women, because naturally women just kind of respond.
That's true.
We need to change our role models, because like it don't help when a lot of people's role models wear dresses, paint their fingernails,
and crying on the internet as well.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, I get what you mean. No, because no, go on. Let me finish what you're saying.
You know, it's because like all of these things, like wearing dresses and painting your fingernails, they're inherently women. Like these are what women do.
Yeah.
Now we're mixing gender roles, and when you do that, men don't know what being a man is no more. So
yeah, that's a fair point.
You know what I mean?
True, especially
come on, but now I can wear a dress and paint my nose. What else can I do? Like you get me? So
yeah. No, I get what you mean. Because you know what, I was actually thinking about, like, because I was just mentioning about like crying and so on. I'd like for a guy, I think there's certain situations that a guy can cry, and it's. Like you gotta keep it at a minimum because it's seen as like being vulnerable, and as a guy, there's only certain times you can be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, I was.
You ever cried?
It's funny you said that, because I was just gonna say, like, there was this video I watched. Yeah, it was like one of those like guys versus like 5 guys, five women.
Oh yeah.
And then one of the women was like, oh, like, you know what? When was the last time any of you guys cried? And obviously, like 4 of the guys just stayed silent because they know what it is. Don't mention that. And then one guy was like, oh, like actually, like, you know what? He lost his best friend like last week and so on and so on, and this and that. Like, and all the girls were like, oh, that's so sad. Oh, this and that and so on. And then when it came to like, okay, so which guy would you pick? And obviously they were going by guys. They got to my man. All of the girls said no. And then they were like, oh yeah, no, he's really nice and so on and so on, but I just can't. And that was their reason. I just can't.
What? Because it
was quite obvious, but they didn't say that, innit? Like, but it was just like, I just can't. Like, he's very nice and so on. Yeah, but I just can't. That was the response. I just can't. And
that's fine.
You can't blame them.
But my point is that like is like, because at that point he seemed like he didn't present himself as a man to the female, and like the female reaction is just like, because she, like, in her head she's probably thinking like, rah, so if the shit hits the fan, is this guy just gonna cry? Like, and like, because I'm a woman, like, what do you expect me to do? I'm expecting you, the man, to do something. Like, and I was just, that's what I was talking about, like crying, like, and so on, like.
But like, you man, what do you think about like since we just spoke about like the men being less masculine. Yeah. Like, what do you man think about the whole, because we're in a climate where it's like men vs women. Like, men are saying, oh, women need to do this. Women are saying, oh, men need to do this. And we're just constantly back and forth with it. And one thing that keeps on going back and forth is this whole 50-50 thing.
Yeah, I actually put in the group chat yesterday. The guy was talking about he stopped going 50-50 with his female, and now he's a millionaire. It was funny because I watched the video and then you just see this guy was just waffling, bro. I can't lie. And from the start, he had the Gucci top on. I was just like, nah, I can't even entertain this dude, bro. Like, I can't even entertain him. But he made a good point.
Even when I saw, do you know? I didn't even watch the video because as soon as I saw that, I was like, nah, I'm not even looking at this.
I don't blame you
personally. Yeah. I don't believe in 50-50. Like, I think, like, I don't mind. If I'm with a team, I don't mind paying. Like, I'm cool with that. I don't mind the traditional man providing way. I'm calm with that. But it's just when I saw that guy's picture and with the team, it just looks so fake. Like,
nah, he was waffling.
So if you and a girl earn the same wage, like you both earn good money, you live in an apartment where it's like 1K a month, right? You earn probably 3K after tax. Would you pay the entire 1K even though you both earn the same?
I wouldn't mind, because the way I look at it is, it's like, you see, men and women, we both have like perks. Like a man, he could sleep with a thing. He could cheat on his girl, and it won't be the biggest thing in the world. I get the girlfriend will probably forgive him, but if a girl does it, it's a man thing.
No,
So it's like, let me finish. Like, there's different things. Like, you man, relax.
Go on.
You're laughing. Come on, bro.
Good.
Like, see, it's like we both can get away with certain things that the other can't.
Yeah.
Like, women, their privilege is they can have someone provide for them, and without them even, like, they can have someone take care of them. That's a privilege women have. Men, we don't have that privilege.
Yeah.
So
Because we're providers. I get what you mean.
That's part of, like, when it comes to the whole providing thing, like, you paying for a woman, like, you shouldn't be complaining about that, because that's a woman privilege. For to be paid for, to be taken care of. No men should be complaining about that. That's a woman privilege, because us men, we also have our own privileges.
What do you mean, like, what, that they take care of you?
What?
Like, a woman takes care of a guy?
Yeah, like a woman.
In the sense of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she cooks for him.
Cooks for him, yeah. The things like that. Like, women will cook for you, like,
Look after the
even
kids.
if look after the kids. Even having multiple women. Like, a man can have multiple women, nobody would look. It's not a big deal, but a woman, they can't do that. So do you see what I'm getting at? Like, there's certain privileges we have, and there's certain privileges they have. We shouldn't try and take that from one another. Because if you lot are saying, well, she earns the same as me, so therefore she should be paying 50-50. So she could say, okay, since, like, I have to go 50-50 with you, you can cook for yourself. Like, are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you not okay with that?
But I know that I'm not okay with that. But the interesting thing about that is that nowadays you go on dates, you pay for everything, you still cook for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what do you
trust me, we weren't laughing when you were talking. We were laughing about, like, the
what do you mean?
Like, the modern woman.
It's like
how is that?
I'm not saying the modern woman, but in general nowadays, it's before you even get to the stage of certain things, like, oh, she can pamper you, like, you're already, like, splashing.
Exactly. Nah, for real.
Like, it's not that you go on 3 dates, right? And then it will take a while before she can be like, yeah, come home, let me cook for you. If she even does that, because, if they're working, like, it's hard to work and also be able to cook and all of that.
But girls do it. The girls do it all the time.
Yeah, we understand that, but what we're saying is that, like, there's a good portion of females that don't do that. Like, there's a portion of females that see that as their slaves if they did that. Like, I'm being deadly serious.
That's true,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, when you were talking earlier on, we wasn't laughing at what you were saying. We were just laughing in the concept of, like, a lot of females don't even want to be a traditional, like, woman, like, you know what I'm saying, but they want a traditional guy. So they want a guy to provide for them, but they're not willing to do, like, the perks that you were just talking about, that a guy gets from a female. They're not willing to do that. So that's what like, we were just thinking. Like,
that's specific.
why are you laughing at?
I was laughing. He said that. No, when you're a man, you can cheat and get away with it. Oh my God.
Let me jump in, bro.
Go on.
Do you know what it is, yeah? You see, this is the whole thing with the whole men getting less masculine thing, yeah? It's because, bro, like, why are we trying to confuse gender roles? Like, no, let me finish, yeah? Like, at the end of the day, yeah, like, a lot of us come from, like, African backgrounds, yeah? And in our households, that's just, like, the way it is.
Etiquette.
Like, it's just... Your father, a lot of people looked after your mother, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, even back in the day, like,
but your mother never worked, really.
Huh?
Your mother wouldn't work.
No, but even if, like,
No,
okay,
go on, finish.
Let me finish. Like, I understand now when the West, yeah, like, I think people are trying to lose certain values, and where, like, really and truly, men don't really care. I don't care if she earned. I don't really look at her money, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if I want to take out a young lady, yeah, I want to take her out. Like, I'm choosing to do that. Yeah. So for me to ask her to pay half, I'd rather not take you out. I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait, get the whole thing, then take her out. You know, I don't
If
know.
you're gonna ask out a girl, you're gonna pay. Like, ain't no way you're asking out a girl and then
But
you're
even
gonna
if
ask her to go
even
out.
if she asks me, yeah, like I'll still pay, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, if I'm accepting, like, you can say no. Like, if she asks you to go out, yeah, like, oh, you're live, you wanna go out, rare, you can be like, no. But if you say yeah now, like, why not just?
For me, it's I've for majority of my life, right, apart from when I was teens, I went halves. I mean, I paid. So when I was a teen, that's when like I usually went halves. That's when the girls were like, yeah.
Yeah.
But as I got into my early 20s, I was paying for everything. Like, yeah. So it's the reason why I changed my perspective on it is now that I look back on it, when I paid for everything, I was not that guy. Right? I earned decent money. But I just wasn't to be like, because dates are expensive.
100%.
Like for like £60 a day, £80 a day.
Plus.
And you keep doing that, and it takes time and money away from other things.
Facts.
Right. So now I'm looking back. Was my lack of masculinity me not being able to ask the girl, yo, like, times are tough. Do you want to pay as well? Because the thing is, if a girl likes you, she doesn't care.
Can I reply to that?
Go on.
I think some man that, and this is only me talking though. This is what I think. I think even for me sometimes is the same thing. Some man, there's not time for you to talk to girls, bro. Like sometimes, just focus on your bag. Focus on building you. Focus on like becoming the man who you want to be. Because I can 100% assure you, yeah, if you became like your final like product.
Man said, welcome to my final form.
Do you know what it is?
Actually, super saiyan free.
If you became, when you get to your you wouldn't care, bro. I'm telling you, that'll be the last.
I know what you mean, but it's like you have £500 in your account, right? And then you're like, cool, I don't mind paying for the date that's £60, right? You know what I mean? Because you can afford it, right? You can pay £60 3 times over. But at the same time, if you didn't pay that £60, there's a lot more you could do. It's kind of like going 50-50 isn't necessarily about gender roles. If she didn't work, I'd gladly pay for everything. Or if going out with me would bankrupt her, I'd pay for everything. But the fact that she can afford...
But bro, look, the thing is,
It's about the bigger picture here.
Yeah.
It's eventually, as a man, naturally you're going to pay for more because you like to provide. Right.
Yeah.
So because times have changed, we're not in a place where you can necessarily afford, like, I personally think a stay-at-home wife in London is probably going to minimum like 60k. To have, that's top 10%. If you want to have a stay-at-home wife,
It's the 1%.
that's like top 10. So you need around like 60k personally for me. And there's loads of couples, like I even work with someone who, she goes half of her boyfriend's on rent, like 600. He makes twice as much as her, but they still go halves because it's about a bigger picture thing. She sees it as, this is who I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. It's not about my ego of he's going to pay and make me feel a certain type of way, because me just always having him then, like I personally believe that if someone can afford to pay for something, and like women are always going to be like, if you want to pay, right? And if they like you, they wouldn't mind paying. Honestly.
Not 100%. Like sometimes they'll pay, but
in terms of the ones, you have to think about the bigger picture. It's not about necessarily gender roles or competing or anything like that. It's, do you see what we're trying to build here together? Like if you can afford to chip in, you should. If you can't, I understand, and I'll do what I can, because naturally you provide more.
Now, one sec. Before you say that, because you were talking about like, because both of you guys were saying like, oh, like that's what a man does. So would you guys say a guy that wants to go 50-50 with a woman that's making like a I would say let's just say like over 25k, yeah? Just to throw a number out there, just so then we understand what my point here. Like, would you say those guys are not men then? Like, because they're choosing to go 50-50? No, because you guys are saying that like as like being a man is you paying 100%.
I'll ask after you, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I wouldn't say they're not men.
Yeah, it's okay, that's fair. What about you?
I think the key one is asking. If you ask a girl, yo, you need to go 50-50 with me, that's a problem.
You don't ask and say you need.
But if it so happens she goes 50-50 with you on a date, she's like, oh, yo, let me pay as well.
No, I understand that. But my question is, do you see guys that want to go 50-50 as not being men? That's my question.
If you're solely out there looking to go 50-50 on dates with girls, no, you shouldn't
You're not a
be
man.
doing it.
Okay, and you as well, like, he's not, that person's not a man.
No. I'm saying no. I'm not saying he's not a man.
Yeah.
I still
Okay,
think he's still
that's
a man.
fair. But yeah, go on with your point. You was gonna say earlier
I
on.
want to say like as men are supposed to provide and protect, right?
Yeah.
So it's like with what Larry was saying is like, okay, if she's earning a certain amount, then she should be able to pay as well. But it's like, even if she's earning that same amount, like women still like, in terms of security, they need protection. Do they not?
Of course, yeah.
So it's like whether she has money or not, she's still a woman at the end of the day.
Of course,
a woman is more vulnerable than you are.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But money doesn't provide that kind. It doesn't provide security like you think it does. It's because they need more than money. It's also emotional security. Like you can pay for everything. Like look at what's happening to Will Smith. I bet he pays for all the dates.
Bro. No, I said this last week. Like, nah, we're not talking about this.
I'm sorry.
Nah,
Jesus.
bun this guy, bro.
It's one of those things. It's like it's not necessarily about like it's not necessarily about providing sort of security. It's the fact that you're able to be open with each other about these things. Because it's not necessarily like, why would you put yourself in a more difficult situation to soothe her ego?
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Like, because obviously I haven't really said a lot.
I don't understand what you're saying about difficult situations.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, let me break it down.
No, I see what you're saying, but it's like, the way us man talk in the group chat,
Yeah.
like us man, we strive to be the top 1%.
Of course.
Like, so what do you mean? If I'm paying for everything, it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter how much my bills are.
Nah, it's all good.
Where I'm trying to go, I'm trying to be at the top.
Yeah,
so whatever I'm spending on bills, it's not going to matter.
Of course.
It's not going to matter.
But that's the bigger picture. Right. So if you're here right now, go on.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I know we're on the same note about this. Like, because I was just listening to you, like, yeah, like, and he was talking about the one of his co-workers, yeah, and her whole concept of actually, because if you man are talking about like you've got a stage you're trying to get to, your final form, as you were saying, yeah, like you gotta think about it. So you understand the value of money, yeah, and yet at the same time, you're not thinking about it, because that's what I'm getting from that. The reason I'm saying you guys are not thinking about that yet is because if your woman is earning, I don't know, let's just say 2K after tax, and you're earning 4K after tax, yeah, and you are paying the bills in total cost about, I don't know, let's just say 2.5, yeah, and you pay all of that. What is she doing with that 2K? And that's a rhetorical question. Like, what is she doing with that 2K, yeah? Why is that not going towards the family and the overall goal? Like, why are you not thinking about, okay, how quick can we actually pay off this mortgage? So then when we have our kids, or while our kids are growing up, we can take care of them correctly, send them to the right school, give them the right, like, support that they need for certain things in school, or like for them to follow their passion in life and so on. Like, why are you guys, because if you're saying you're all about the money and that, yeah, you should value the money so much to think, wait, hold on, like this 2K that she has is going towards nothing. Why is that? But we're together and we're talking about our future, and like that's what, like, because it's perfectly fine if she doesn't work or she earns like a low amount. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if she earns a certain amount, like, come on, bro. That's like, what's going on here? Like, that's insane.
The way I get it, you might not making it seem like if a woman earns a certain amount, she like some of the privileges, her privileges, she loses that. She becomes a man. Exactly.
It's not necessarily.
How have you You're putting money over the woman.
Let me jump in. To reply to you, Majid, yeah, I think me and Moses are saying that it's more so we don't mind if she helps out and does things. It's just we don't care. Like, we don't care if she offers to go 50-50 with us. If she does, great. We're looking for girls that would offer to do it. However, if she don't, then it's no issue. Now, talking for me personally, if I have a certain...
Wait, before. So, if a girl is interested in you, she makes more money than you, you'd still pay for everything.
You better still pay.
Okay, but listen,
you better still pay.
But listen to this shit. I'm saying if I don't care if I'm asking her out now because this is what this is.
No. Forget about that. We're not even talking about asking out. At this point, we're talking about because you know we're on about future, yeah. So we're talking about at this point. This is your wife and so on and so on, and she makes more than you.
Yeah, let me go to you. Yeah, like when we talk about 50-50, like obviously the men are gonna handle like maybe the rent, the gas, the electric, whatnot, here and there. But when it comes more as the kids and whatnot like that, maybe a little bit of the groceries and stuff, she'll be handling that. It's not more so.
We're getting too much into semantics. Yeah,
It's very simple. No, these men are clearly on like.
Listen. It doesn't matter. When she earns more,
it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Don't try that. They're trying to make it seem like they're beating us inside. Don't try that. Listen, whether she earns more than us or not, it doesn't matter.
No, I get it.
That's fine.
Let me ask you a question.
A woman is still a woman.
Let me ask you a question.
No problem.
If you got with a woman, yeah, and you ask her out, you're gonna ask her to go 50-50 with you?
Of course she is.
Hell, what? If I'm asking a woman out,
Wait,
come spend your time and your money.
One second.
And she makes more money than you.
If I'm asking her out, no, because I'm asking her
So
out.
but if you like said woman, same way, but she asks you out now, you're gonna still ask her to. You're gonna go 50-50?
I'm not going to pay for myself. Yeah, you ask me out. I might just pay for myself.
But you still like said woman though.
Yeah, I still like her, of course.
I can go. You just.
But no, you man, like liking women is deeper than the dinner because it goes more than the dinner. Especially if you're serious. Personally for me, because of like my lifestyle, and I really practice sexual abstinence. If I know that if I like a woman, like it's gonna get deep, and I'm eventually going to have to like give up that energy. So for me, it's like, it's a very reverse role for me. I'm kind of viewing it as, what am I giving my energy up for? I don't mind paying. I don't have an issue with paying.
Clearly, they don't understand that.
No.
It's very clear.
You man, like.
No, you know what? Let me actually ask this. What's our point?
You man's point.
Yeah. So, because I'm wondering if
50-50. A woman should pay for herself and you should pay for yourself. That's what you believe.
I mean, I think. Let me jump in.
We are about to move on.
No. Okay, so what's your point?
Our point is that if a woman makes like a decent amount, yeah, she should have the consideration and understand that it's a we, and you should be thinking about the future, not thinking about, oh yeah, like let's make sure he spends more money than me, so then he's a man. Compared to like if she doesn't make a certain amount, that's perfectly fine. But if we're talking about we and the future, and at some point we're gonna buy a house, we're gonna support our kids and so on, why are we blowing money and then you're just doing whatever with money? You're going on spas and that, and like what, bro? Come on, man.
No, but to be fair, I tend to not date working women. I've tried it. It's very difficult.
But we normally make more than the girls you date, though.
That's perfectly fine. That's
I can't make people see it the way I see it, but it's just like
I fully
it's
understand.
a woman privilege.
No, that's what
it is a privilege.
Even if she earns a decent amount, it doesn't matter.
That's all
it's
good.
part of her woman privilege.
Of course, but the thing is, I'm gonna say one thing.
Don't compare a man to a woman. The things that she can get, you can't get.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
London is the 4th richest city in the world.
Yeah, you know what? You mentioned that last week.
When you go to other countries, you can really afford to pay for stuff. So over here, you're dealing with like the richest woman in the world. Just remember that.
Yeah,
that's all good. Them women are there in the 1%.
Even if you go to Nigeria, the things there, they fam. As soon as their hands are out.
Commander. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
There was a little thing I actually wanted us to do, and I forgot for us to actually bring up last week, and it's more about like it's a little of like a geography sesh.
Okay.
And it was something based on like I thought since we were talking about Africa last week and so on, I thought we can do a little segment where it's just like how many, like if you can name. So for example, we'll go with like the letters of your first name.
Yeah.
And how many countries can you name from the letter of your first name?
No devices. What's going on? I see your bare devices up.
No.
I see your bare devices.
No.
Look at this guy putting up the mouse.
I've got it up to verify what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Because if I didn't have it up, then what? We're just going for like.
Come on, let's go.
So should we go? We'll go this way.
Are we doing countries?
Yeah. Oh, you want to do cities?
No,
Because
no,
if you do
no,
cities,
That's too difficult, man. isn't
like
it?
so. Obviously, you can if you want to do F or L,
This
but
is fine if I
do
probably
F.
makes more sense for you. And you want to do F.
Yeah. How many
Okay,
countries
you know what?
do I
Yeah,
name?
go on then. Do F.
How many countries do I name?
Let's do at least 5.
Oh,
At
we
least
did 5
5.
each. I
He wants to do F. Go on, do F.
How are you even going to do that? Wait,
Finland.
that's only
No,
country.
No. Africa, mate. No,
In
no.
Africa?
Yeah, go on. F. Go on. Go on.
You can't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you pick F?
Question.
Why would you pick F? Just go with L, bro. Trust me. You like. There's no F in
Alright, cool.
Africa, mate. I can't lie.
L,
I don't think so. Like, I don't
I
think
don't
there
think you
is.
can name up to 5, though.
Maybe
man.
a second
No.
now.
L. You've only got 3.
L, Libya, Lesotho,
Yeah.
and
So far, I didn't know that.
So, yeah,
Liberia.
since South Africa.
Well done. That's it. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it. Bro.
Moses. You got M.
M.
You got a lot. I can't lie.
Mozambique.
Yeah.
A lot. Really? Mozambique. Why are you laughing, bro?
Bro, because there's so many for M. That's why I'm laughing. Like, there's so many. Yeah. Mozambique.
he doesn't consider North Africa part of Africa.
No. But even so, there's only one up there, though. There's only one up there.
Wait, what other countries in Africa begin with an M?
There's so many.
Mozambique.
There's so many. Like, it's unreal.
Fly up north, bro.
No. Why are you helping him? Go on.
Fly up to the north of the continent.
Nah, let him watch this in shame.
Morocco.
Listen, just get out of here. Let's get out of here.
You watch this in shame.
Let's get out of here.
Dude, what about this guy? Looking at the maps.
No, but that's what you need to verify.
you can
Yo,
verify
I can do.
No,
wait.
You looked at the maps.
Hold on.
Look at this guy.
Okay,
See,
wait,
he's to
go.
verify.
Alright, go.
After he's already scanned through it, he's gonna do.
No.
Get out, man.
Listen.
You need to
This is how I go up, yeah, and I'll go mostly like islands and stuff like that.
I'm not watching
If
it.
you want to do that, yeah, because I don't know why you're chatting. Like,
I'm not watching it.
You really looked at it.
no, but look, I haven't zoomed in though.
Hey,
But I actually know the
What
map.
do you need to zoom in for? As soon as you look at that blue, I can see Mozambique.
Hold on. One second. I'm gonna name. No. Listen. I'm gonna name the ones you can't see.
I don't even look at him.
You listen, yeah. I'm gonna name the ones you can't see.
Okay, go on.
So we got Mayotte.
Where's
That's
that?
exactly. Where's the island? Zoom in, bro. Because you're just chatting.
You still looked at it?
No, I just know
You still had
it.
the laptop?
No, but I just know it. Look, I'm saying like I didn't zoom in.
Hey, yo,
He doesn't want to take it. He doesn't take it. Massive Mozambique, and that was it. Do you want me to keep going?
Part of the moderator.
Go on.
Malawi.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, of course.
No, but you zoomed in. I'm saying don't zoom in at all.
No.
Yeah,
Go on,
exactly.
go on.
Yeah. All right. Mauritius.
Yeah.
That's 3. And then we'll just throw a couple that's actually that's visible. But I'll go like Mali.
Yeah.
And then I'll go like
I don't know. I completely forgot about Mali. when I was thinking of Emma, it just wasn't popping up.
and
in
then
my
I'll
head.
just end it. You said Morocco, so I won't go Morocco.
Yes.
I'll end it with let's go something not so bait. I guess Madagascar, yeah. Just end it with that.
She's just giving you options.
you know.
Bro, man said Mozambique.
trying to see.
Yeah, you got E, bro. Good luck.
What
But
did
you
you-
have got 5. You've got 5.
I got 5.
Yeah. You got 5.
Egypt,
Yeah.
Okay.
Ethiopia,
Yeah.
Eritrea.
Yeah.
Go on, yeah. Someone's actually doing some geography.
Oh, okay. Now let me look around the continent now.
Nah, take your time.
So let's start in the south. So I got you. Okay. Let's go mid-continent. You know.
You got 3 so far. You basically got north, east, so you might want to go out west a bit.
Out west.
Yeah. West is where you're gonna wrap it up.
Thinking of one, but I can't see it.
And
I probably know it, but I don't even.
he's not getting that one. He's not getting that
Wait,
one.
is it? I'm gonna say the initials. Is it E and then there's a second part that says G?
He ain't getting both, bro. He ain't getting
No, he might get the other one, but he's not getting the last one.
Yeah.
There's no way. Just let us know when you want to time up.
I don't wanna be dumb or something.
No way. This guy's actually won. He's only won first place.
Is it E something?
Yeah.
E skinny?
Oh, yeah. We'll give you that. Equatorial Guinea. But we'll give you that.
That's what I said.
Like, this is what
That's
you
four,
got.
innit?
There's no way he's naming
I
it.
got one more.
I named that in the group chat.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But there's no way he's naming
Alright,
that.
4. Alright.
Like, there's no
Can you
chance.
give me a location?
Go south.
South.
Yeah.
Mad South.
South. Just go south. This is good though, man. This will improve your geography.
Can I get a clue?
Yeah, clue. Bro, it's south and it's landlocked.
Come on, no, you ain't gonna.
I will leave it there, man. It's Eswatini. It's Eswatini.
never got
I said that. That's what I was trying to say in the group chat.
That's Eswatini.
What country is that?
It's in South Africa. Like, it's landlocked inside it.
No, you guys owe me.
Is it what, like Lesotho?
Yeah. It's
You owe me an
literally.
apology.
way.
You owe me an apology.
What's that?
Remember, I said that in the group chat. Remember that Swana, but I couldn't pronounce it right.
Oh, that's
What do you mean? That's what I'm saying. No, then wait, what did I say? That's what I'm saying.
Botswana.
I never mind. We'll talk about it.
I was like, oh, it wasn't a country
Yeah,
or
I'll pull
something.
up on you, man, later. Don't worry.
I never
Don't worry,
heard
this
that.
guy's only one. Man said Mozambique. That was it.
Cool.
Man said Mozambique, and that was it. But on the note of Africa, we can actually, I actually wanted us to talk about, because I remember last week you were talking about, with the cost of living and people not being able to actually afford like medicine and so on.
Yeah. Remember, because I was watching an interview. A Nigerian doctor, he was being interviewed, and he was saying because of the high cost of living in Nigeria,
Yeah.
like people can't even afford their medicine. People have diabetes, high blood pressure. They can't afford their medication. And when I brought that up in the group chat, you man had such a insensitive response to that. This guy just said, "Oh, it's good because this is good. It's good."
You said that.
You said that. You said that.
No, I didn't just say that. You need to quote me correctly, man. You
What
can't
do you mean?
be.
That's what you said.
making me
You
look
said it's
mad.
good because
Go on,
it's probably not good for them.
What did you say then? Since he's misquoted you.
Innit?
Me, I question Africa's reliance on Western medicine.
Oh, okay, because I remember you was more like talking about like the
Natural
home
reference to
remedies
that.
and so on.
Yeah, there's herbs and stuff. And,
Yeah.
But Africans generally, not just Africans, but outside of the West, like outside of places like London, like they trust Western ideals a lot. Like white is right. So,
But you see, the thing is, yeah, you gotta be like in this day and age, like especially in African countries, like everybody is influenced by the West. Like in every area, the economy, the way everything runs, it's been infiltrated by the West somehow, some way. So, like the traditional methods and things like that have all been pushed to the corner. Like it's in the dark. People they're not that easy to find.
No, but that's the thing.
And even
I
if you-
think he understands that. What he's saying is that like they should be looking at more traditional methods.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, what I'm saying is that because it's been pushed so far away, people, they're not even looking, like, if when they get sick, they're not thinking, oh, I need to go see a herbalist. Because they're thinking, bro, I don't even know where to find one. There's a hospital across from, but think, no.
herbalist.
Listen. Even if they know where a herbalist, they're not going to go to him first because they're thinking, yo, I'm sick, I need to go to the hospital.
because they've been conditioned.
I wouldn't go to one.
Because they've been conditioned, and what herbalists, like the herbalists, they're not even promoting themselves like that. Where are they?
Of course, they can't really afford promotion. But you have to just think it's
Education, bro.
like, what do you guys think of modern medicine? What do you think about when you get a headache, you just pop a paracetamol every now and then?
Do you see? But I don't know how accurate it is, but like I like watching like odd documentaries, yeah, and they're talking about medicine as well, and they're saying most medicines are plant based, meaning they come from plants. So in a sense, what Moses is saying is correct. It's just so pharmaceutical companies is all to do with money.
Some plants can kill you.
No, but obviously, like, the majority of, like, all these, the antibiotics and all of these...
They come from natural...
plants.
It's just extracts of it, and then they just... Like, they add their own things to stretch it and make sure that they can...
But majority of
So with all the side effects listed, right, like on those tablets, what do you think happens to someone if they've just been consistently taking that for every headache for like 30 years?
could be a placebo as well, bro.
No, but whether it's a placebo or not, there's some serious side effects on those things if you continuously take them. But what if you've been taking them continuously for like 30 years, like every time you get a headache? Because there's people who actually take paracetamol those kind of tablets so often, and you have to wonder because all like allopathic medicine, which is what we're taught and what's recognized, is very profitable.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all about, we can cure this and make you sick in another way later, and then you keep coming back because it's gone.
You man heard of Dr. Sebi?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Sebi was a
He's
guy.
a natural healer.
He's a natural healer, and it's a true story. They tried to take him to court and sue him, and he brought 70 people that they had like some sort of disease before, and he brought them, and they said he healed them, and he brought 70 of like the people he done it to. So like what you said, like I think a lot of people have knowledge, but they're not gonna push that down. They're not gonna promote that because these are multi-million like organizations you're gonna like stop giving money to.
That's the thing. I think a lot of us don't also consider the effects of radiation on us.
Or what, like our phones?
Like our phones and also the new towers being erected, like there's a lot of radiation going around, more than there ever was. And we don't know if this could be what's making us sick sometimes. Because if you're eventually your body kind of needs to detox, especially for the toxins you inhale, especially for like the cities.
Yeah.
So when people randomly get sick, it's easy for whoever's like propagating the system to blame something else when it could actually just be radiation from certain things being installed and implemented. Because that's never, like, we're not really taught about the harm radiation does to our body.
Yeah, that's true. Can I say something? You see, like, especially with like within the black community, like we like to do for self. We need to stop going into these people's institutions. We need to do our own things. But if we ask for an alternative, nobody's got an alternative.
No, that's a good point, because I was thinking about literally that the other day, and I thought I wouldn't say it's more about like doing it ourselves. I'm saying I think it's more. It's an alternative, like, because how we just talking about herbalist and like traditional methods. If like we actually explored that in the same way like paracetamol was explored, you know what I'm saying? Like there was research, like there was a case of like the kids, like they're actually in school, that's what they were taught, and you know what I'm saying, there was a proper like whole research into it. I'm very much sure we can find more benefits into it and stuff like that, but like that's not explored, and maybe that actually like that benefits a different part of the world.
See, that's
more
the thing.
than it benefits Africa, for example. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that's not explored, so it's just like
the thing is, I get what you're saying. It's not explored, but you have to take into consideration, the average person in Africa, they don't have time to explore these things. Yeah, they're just trying to survive. That's why I didn't like that response that you man gave when you were like, oh well, there's other methods. They should just go into those. For me, it's not that easy.
No, I know, but for me, not getting access to Western medicine isn't such a bad thing.
What do you mean?
No, but if you're someone who has diabetes and you need medication to constantly treat your insulin levels and all of that, like you shouldn't be taking gambles. Like you shouldn't just.
Of course, you shouldn't be taking gambles.
Stop taking the medication. That could be very detrimental to your health.
But you will always be taking that medication.
Yeah.
So it's like the role of like a doctor is to get you to stop seeing them. So you're supposed to just. It's like
I
think a lot of these remedies. They come from lifestyle changes. They're just treatments.
They're not really cures.
I'd say that when I feel sick, there's two things. There's either I try to eat as healthy as possible. So I go and I get these salads, I get like kale, broccoli. If that doesn't work, I try to just sweat it out, work out, and then just really get hot. If that doesn't work, you just wait it out. Because I think that...
But if I'm talking about like... If people have diabetes, we're not talking about simple illness. Like, this is a disease.
You have to... It's a lifestyle change. You have to change your entire lifestyle.
But he's saying... That's what I'm saying. Like, he's saying for those major factors, that like such as diabetes compared to like just having a cold or something, he's saying like we should be looking at getting rid of that rather than treating it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, but that's
I'm
what-
just-
yeah,
I agree
Western
with that.
medicine,
exactly.
Western medicine
That's his point.
It's not trying to get rid of
I
it.
know, but what I'm saying is you have to understand the situation, understand why they're doing it. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they should keep doing it. Understand why they're doing it. It's because they don't have much options and they're just trying to.
But with that being said, Africans are very distrusting of things that aren't Western.
Yeah, because you know,
Even the religions, Africans do not.
The thing is,
rate
we
African
say that, but you
religions.
see, a lot of I know a lot of families back home. Even they're Christians, like they're God fearing, but when shit hits the fan and they need serious answers,
they go to
they'll
Baba.
go to a babalao.
Yeah.
They'll go to a herbalist.
Yeah, of course not. They don't.
Because they know there's certain things that there's certain answers you're not going to get from a
because
pastor or
Baba
something
can
like
see
that.
the future
Yeah,
now.
Baba.
See the future.
Yeah. So there's certain, so even though like Africans, they still in touch with their indigenous.
Yeah, they're in touch. So why
indigenous religions, but it's just,
why do they choose to?
I don't know, man. It's just.
Because all those Abrahamic religions
Even
are
at
from
the same time, though,
they're from
we
the
don't
Middle East.
100% know. Even if these herbalists, they can even heal something like diabetes, they might. But I don't.
That's the thing, you haven't explored it. Like you know what? It's
haven't
good
heard of
because
it yet.
when I was on holiday, yeah, I had like it was just a random nosebleed, like. And usually, if I'm over here, it's like, oh, pinch your nose, hold your nose back, this and that and that. But my auntie went and got like this leaf or something like that, and literally put water in it, and then obviously like the essence from the leaves itself. Like she just told me just put that in my nose, and boom, that was it. Like she was like, she did that for my cousin, and like
Look,
never had a nosebleed ever
that's
again.
true, but. Even if you didn't do that, if you just did the normal what you usually do, it would still work.
No, but what I'm saying is that like she said that she did that they did that to my cousin, like he had it years ago, and he never had it ever since.
But who taught her that? And who taught her that? And who taught her
exactly,
that?
yeah.
That's the thing. It's like when we're talking about academic accomplishments of a value, this is kind of what I meant. Like if you really want to be a doctor, you can really set up an institution with all of these herbal regimens. Like there's people who do that over here. Like they actually have like a drive to cure and a drive to solve medical problems. And there are some people who want that just academic qualification and the status that comes with it. So I think I really kind of encourage people who really want to be doctors that there are other avenues. Yeah. That if you're really serious about these things, you can do experiments and like these, find out what works, document it, because there's a lot of there's a lot of space for this to be done. Yeah. Like a lot of countries need this.
Like all these diseases they say that can't be cured. Fam, there's people who cure it. Like
can
they're
cure
doing
that
it every day.
I got a question for you, yeah? That let's say if they cured all these diseases, yeah, what more do we need them for? Like afterwards.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
That's why it's a financial thing as well.
So let's say if we could prevent headaches now, not just temporary, like if we could cure cancer, if we can do all of these things and make them a thing of the past. Like they've done with like smallpox and all these other things,
Yeah.
Where would they be now? It wouldn't be no industry for them afterwards.
But then that's what I'm like. That's like, earlier on we was talking about like evolution and stuff like that. Then there's time to focus on other things. Like there's time to explore the sea levels that have increased. There's time to explore the Sahara and find new things. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it would just be a case of like you have time to study other things that actually can advance us. Like not to say that because obviously the whole drugs that people live longer and stuff. So I'm not saying that, but what I'm trying to say is like you just have time to do other things and instead of that like. But the other day I was seeing on the radio they were talking about because UK actually mentions US a lot, like, and they were talking about Trump. And because he's gonna get reelected, like we've known this for like 2 years now. Because basically, what's happened is that they've been trying to get charges on him and so on to make sure he doesn't get reelected. But he's gonna get reelected.
Definitely gonna get reelected.
They're trying to impeach him before.
They're bringing all types of charges on him, like just trying to make sure, like. But like, do you guys actually think he was a good president for US?
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know. I can't really say.
Me personally, what I've researched and what I've seen, especially from a lot of Black Americans and hearing interviews they've had, that he done the whole stimulus check and everything like that with them as well.
Yeah.
And so to a certain extent, I think he did put back into black communities. And you know, one thing I recently learned that he did that I didn't know before. Apparently, the top bracket of earners in America weren't getting taxed before. Apparently, he's the first president that put a tax to them, innit? So, obviously, I think that's a good thing, taxing the rich as well, rather than like the rest of the presidents, like Obama and Biden, that just pandered to them. Like, really and truly. So
should have spoken about Obama.
It's good you mentioned Obama, because I was actually going to ask you, man, like, what do you think of Obama? Like, what do you guys think of Obama?
I think he was just okay. He was.
Why are you laughing?
I was gonna say a rude word, but I don't want to say that. I want to say he was
former president.
He did everything. Like
wrong.
He impacted everyone but Black Americans. He did everything for Americans but Black Americans.
But what would you say?
He did shit for Black Americans.
What would you say he did for America then?
He did the homosexual, the LGBTQ. He put in legislations for them.
That's another reason for lowering birth rates.
He did. Oh yeah, So he benefited them. He benefited the Native Americans.
Yeah.
He benefited them. What else?
he didn't do much, man.
Everything he did was pretty much everything outside of black people. Everyone but black people could say that Obama did something for us, but.
It seems like all these presidents like always have like different ideologies, right? Like Trump, Biden, they're against each other, but don't they all support Israel?
Trump's not a politician; he's a businessman.
So you're saying that Trump doesn't like it?
Trump's not. You need to understand.
So Israel provides good business.
No, you need. This is why people like. This is why people don't understand Trump to a certain.
Yeah.
He's not a politician.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a business.
That's one of the reasons why they don't want him to get re-elected.
Because bro, he's smart.
What's he gonna do?
You think about this shit. Sorry, another good thing he done. Like, Americans love war. The first president to take all the troops out of Afghanistan, Trump. He said everyone come home because he's a businessman. This don't make money.
It's not making
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why, bro. When this guy was gonna get re-elected no matter what, because when you actually think about what he did, when he was president, bro. Like America wasn't in a major war. Like, bro, he was like he was not trying to do anything like that resulted in mass murder and shit like that. Like
so they're all the same people.
Yeah, they're all the same people. That I agree. Yeah,
bro. Like
don't be confused by everything he's doing.
Tell us.
It's everything that he's doing.
It's division.
Everything that you're saying, that's part of his plan. He knows, like even I saw one. He was making a speech one time, he was telling black people, he was like, you guys built America. Like, and obviously it's true, but it's like, why are you saying this just now? Like, now he's trying to be re-elected. But think about it. He's doing this for a reason because he's trying to get back in. Do you really think he cares about black people?
He's a businessman. He's a businessman.
Come on, man. You don't give a about black people,
you need to understand this,
And the thing is, I'm not saying he should. Like, I mean, do whatever you want. Like, whatever you want to do it.
Good.
You see, with a president, he's supposed to protect the nation. He don't see colour.
Thank you.
So at the end of the day, if the nation is moving forward, that's all that matters. The reason why they don't want Trump back in is because I was watching LBC lately. Trump's already said, when I come back in power, you see Ukraine? Taking all our money back,
you know, like that. Dead all of that, bro.
We're not involved in that no more. Like, there's certain games that politicians and these elites play that Trump's not gonna play, and that's why they try to impeach him. They try to throw smut on his name. They try to do so much.
They're using Trump. They're using Trump to control this office.
Exactly.
They're using Trump to control the certain people in the
office.
He's the opposite. Because this is what I'm trying to say. No one thought Trump would get in power initially.
Of course, but that's the thing. He's like
you know, these men are not trying to hear it.
No. We hear what you men are saying, but
they're puppets, bro.
Like, they just like there are people who actually run the world of lobbyists.
Exactly.
It's not president. It's lobbyists.
Well, listen,
like, wait, I figure you just said he's a businessman.
Yeah.
So it's whoever pays him the most.
It's not even who pays him the most. At the end of the day, politicians, to a certain extent, like, they're robots. I'm saying a businessman because he looks at the world from a different
So you
standpoint.
think that he cares more about America's pockets than his?
Of course.
Well, you should, because that's going to result in more money for him. What you man on about here? Like, what? What's going on
Trump's
here?
a multi-millionaire. Like,
Wait, what?
Thank you. He's a billionaire.
So wait, hold on. If America's making more money, does that not mean he's making more money? Are you man serious here?
It doesn't work like that.
Wait, how does it work then?
It doesn't work like that. It's not, because it's more of like, he can get a large sum if he passes certain policies that benefit powerful people, and that would also benefit him after. Because the thing is, after presidency, they don't really get paid the same, especially if they pass certain laws. That money starts to go. Like, everyone needs to support themselves, and if you're president, you can't work a normal job. If you have a specific ego and a specific attachment to a specific lifestyle, then it's easy for you to get compromised. Because what I'm viewing is like, do you guys actually think someone is going to get into that office?
Let's do facts.
For the hundreds of years,
Larry,
It's in that office, bro. It's control. It's a puppet.
Very relaxed facts. The fact of the matter is, he did help Black Americans. The fact of the matter is, America loved wars. He didn't get into no war.
Wait, how did he help Black Americans?
The stimulus check helped.
That went to everyone, not just Black Americans.
I'm sure it went to more so.
No, it went to everyone. Everyone who was entitled to that.
I think the more so less economically inclined people.
It wasn't race specific though.
Yeah, it wasn't race specific.
I'm just saying in terms
Everyone got it.
In terms of like what I ain't seen from the Black Americans, they even said under Trump's presidency, because we're not Black Americans, they are. They said they had a better time rather than under Obama, because Obama brought out Obamacare in it, which initially was that I thought was sick in it. However, to go on Obamacare, like, you need certain specific requirements. So like, I'm just saying for the facts of the matter. We're looking at facts now,
right?
And what presidents have done. Trump's like.
Why don't they consider the fact that it might have been planned from the get-go?
Exactly.
Maybe they needed someone like Obama to distract them from what they were actually doing. Like, think about it. If Trump was doing what Obama was doing,
you have to be scared when it comes to politics.
So you have to really view it. It's like
everything they do is pre-planned years in advance.
Yeah, like
even
it's
Obama didn't being the president.
Okay, so why?
Before he was even president, they knew he was going to be president.
Trump is controlling a certain group of the population. Like, the way people love Trump is insane.
Exactly.
It's like all of these. You don't get a camera put on you all the time if you're against the system.
What do you mean?
Like, all of these media companies are owned by like the same families, by the same like group of people. Why are they going to put a camera and pay to?
Don't you think the world's changing? There's a reason. Yes, I don't know.
No. The world. Basically, we went from feudalism to capitalism, but now it's going back to like technological feudalism, where everything is owned by a select few and we just rent everything. Think about how we pay for our music, how we pay for TV. There's so many subscriptions, right? Even I think people are saying that they pay to build the roads and they pay to drive on the roads as well. Yeah. So you're just renting everything that you even pay to build. So someone else owns it. So it's.
I don't know what's wrong with Trump. Trump's cool, bro. Like,
nah, they're clearly not rocking with him at all.
Trump's cool.
I don't have anything against him.
Look at him and compare to other presidents.
I just know he's a puppet.
I prefer him, but he's still a puppet.
To who?
To whoever pays him.
Also, what do you man think? So do you man think like they say you man pull on the act, yeah, you fight him and you guys argue against each other? Like, how do you think this works? I'm confused.
Oh no, I think they're all in it together.
It's complex.
They live in a different world than we do.
Literally,
like they live in a different world than we do.
I think Trump's an
even in different countries, like in African countries, all these presidents, bro, they're all puppets.
If they had a Trump in Africa, they'd have done him in. But you can't do that over the West like that.
Ain't no one trying to do Trump in, man. What do you think this is?
If they could,
that's lovely. That's lovely. On the note that you mentioned Africa, I wanted to. There's actually an issue with like internet in Africa right now.
Yeah, I've been seeing
like because one of the undersea cables. There's some issues with that, and so now these men are facing no internet on top of no electricity. Like it's just peak. What's new? Like literally at this point,
it's more suffering. Like
but literally, like there's no internet for like it's only set a network.
Surprisingly, Nigeria's not one of those countries.
No, it is. Yeah. Because
it's not that bad.
Because MTN.
I swear it's not. That's
MTN
Ghana, Ivory Coast.
Yeah, but
Guinea.
MTN operates in Nigeria, so that's what I'm saying. So if you're under MTN, you're not like what? This is
MTN, I swear.
You're
MTN's
right,
a South African.
it's owned. Yeah, but it's in. I've got MTN SIM, bro. Like there's MTN in Nigeria, so literally, bro. Many countries in Africa, like they ain't got no internet on
They ain't got
there.
the internet right now.
Bad, bro. I remember.
That's peak.
I tried to talk
I
to my
don't know
mum.
what you can do.
Live life, man. If the internet going down ain't that deep,
What do you mean? What were you gonna do with no internet?
just go out, man. Chat to girls.
What do people do before
Come
we had
on,
internet, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Is that it? Is that all you could do? Chat to girls and then how are you gonna make money?
Why are you shocked? This guy likes fine women.
You
Just like fine women.
Come on, I just said something. There's other things you can do if you have no
Nah,
internet.
man, listen.
You can work
the
with
way
your
I think,
hands.
I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to get rich. Like if I don't have the internet, I can't do that.
You can, bro.
How?
What are you trying to do to get rich? Like,
Start a business.
But how did people start business back in the day, bro? Like those things.
No, but I'm trying to. I want to build an app.
Oh, okay.
So I can't do that with no internet.
He said he wants to build an app.
You've been saying.
Have you heard about Devon AI?
Oh, what up,
Huh?
Pete?
Devon AI.
No, I haven't heard.
Devon
What is
AI is
that?
basically artificial intelligence that can create programs. So it's very
Oh
complex.
yeah, there's AI that can create apps now.
It shook up the whole.
Wait.
tech
So when I was
industry.
talking about
That's
AI last
mad,
week,
though.
yeah, and you man were trying to say, "Oh, I don't care about it."
Nah, that's what you want about your Vision Pro, bro. I talk about you don't want to put the phone to your ear. You just want to blink.
Context. We were talking about the thing being on your eye. Like we
It's all
said,
the
that's not
same.
needed.
It's all the same.
No,
man.
it's not.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
That's shook up the industry.
If I want to go on the internet, I'm gonna go on my phone. I'm not gonna put something on my head and then use my mind to.
No, but it's easier though because you can,
Easier, but pass. I pass on that. fam.
Oh, nah, that's nuts. But you know what, Moses? I think we should give you a chance to redeem yourself,
Wow.
after that shocking performance with naming countries.
You're a nerd.
Nah, you know what? We'll just go with just the Earth. Let's not limit you to Africa because that performance is bad. So can you name 5 countries that start with M?
That start with M.
Yeah, and you do any part.
Okay.
Any part.
Any part.
You start. You know, let's give you a Mozambique already.
You would have the name in it.
Mozambique. What else?
Try to do on each continent.
Can I do
You do whatever you want, man. Just get to the vibe, mate.
Mozambique, Mexico.
Yeah. Cancun. 1, 2, 3. Damn, your geography stinks, mate. I can't lie.
Think about Asia.
Malaysia.
Yeah. Because I mentioned Malaysia last week.
I wasn't thinking about that.
All right, mate. Go on. You're on 3, mate.
else?
And you've got the whole Earth.
Let me think.
China's west end.
Bro, just picture the map, bro.
That's what I'm doing. It's just when I'm not looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. What else?
This is very bad, bro, because he's got the whole Earth.
I think the majority is in Asia.
Nah, there's many in Asia. There's many everywhere, bro. Like, bro, nah, he's not going to get this one. It's too tiny.
Europe as well.
Yeah, no, but I think there's 1 in Europe, though. And the one there's 2 in Europe, actually.
I don't know. I can't think, man. It's just not popping up in my head.
Damn, cuz. That's pretty bad.
You got Malta.
Yeah, you got Mongolia, you got Monaco, you got Malta.
I was thinking of Monaco, but I was thinking that's not a country.
You got Morocco, you got
It's a country. I was thinking it's a city or something.
Brother,
I don't know, man.
you got many, mate. You got many. You know what? It's good though, man, because this will make you think about, your geography and so on. And on that note, before we actually wrap up, Iceland, there was a volcano in Iceland. And I just thought, wait, hold on, isn't it cold over there? Wait, what? But there's actually a volcano. I think it's still going on right now.
Sounds lit.
I just thought, wait, hold on. It's meant to be, not to say cold places, but it was just like, for somewhere so cold, like, because when I saw it, I thought, wait, what? Like, how is that even happening? I didn't even know that could happen. And it's like it's an island as well, like, so I didn't even know where most of the people are, like.
So, speaking of all the traveling, what do you guys think about what's his name? John Barnett. Don't quote me on that. The quality assurance manager
The one
for
who
Boeing.
The one who died.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Of
You might not talking about Boeing. Listen, if I'm being honest, me, I stay away. Like I'm always trying to not to get on a Boeing flight. Like because Boeing for many years, like they've had like.
Which I say, this guy was a quality assurance manager for Boeing, and he worked there for 82 years, and he basically said that Boeing was using cheap parts and their planes just weren't properly constructed.
But that's
And he was
been
also,
documented.
he was
bro.
also in like an ongoing court case with them, and 3 days in, he was found with apparently self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
Yeah, no, because bro, he probably realized he wasn't gonna win that one, man. Because Boeing's a massive company, and no, listen, bro, like I'm saying,
You
like
think he killed himself?
I ain't got nothing to say.
no, I don't know if he killed himself. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying that. No, I'm not even talking about on the note of him dying. I'm talking about Boeing itself. Like this has been an issue for Boeing for years. Like they've always like they always have like crashes and stuff like that. Like and me, like because I remember that there was a time like I actually had shares in Boeing and so on. Like
Oh, did you?
yeah. And I always and I thought, wait, hold on. These lot have so many crashes. What's going on? Like, how are their share price? But actually, I think a portion of Boeing is actually owned by the government and so on. So that's the thing. Like, Boeing as a company, it would never like the company would never like go bankrupt or disappear or anything like that. Like, but it's like this one. Like, they need to sort it out because they always have crashes.
He said that they compromised their security thingy. They compromised their security procedures. So all of the safety. So basically, all the planes they've compromised the safety.
The old parts,
Yeah.
like they haven't like restored or.
But
like,
why would they do that? Is that a
profit.
purposeful?
Well, it's just cheaper, man. You gotta think about it. It's just cheaper. Like that's what I mean. Like I actually,
How
like,
is that cheaper? Because once the plane crashes, you're losing a lot of money there.
Honestly, like the way the world's being run and the way it's like super capitalistic and all about profit, it's almost like it's geared towards just kind of making people's lives extremely hard. Like that's kind of what it's more likely geared towards. I mean, we can get deep into this topic, but
But do you think that's part of it?
I think that's the main goal. I think like they're
just
really
wanna
serious
make
about
people's
reducing the population. Like the
So
entire
they're trying to kill
energy
people.
is that humans are poison to the planet. You know what I mean? What do you
That's
say?
extreme,
That's
isn't
a
it?
do you
big
say?
jump from the Boeing to they just trying to kill all of us.
No. But it goes deeper because like the way their climate is, like we talk about the climate change and everything. They talk about humans like we're a plague on the planet. Like we keep killing Earth and we keep killing each other. Like even the way the movies, there's always the end of the world and humans fighting and humans this and that. And we also believe that this is just like nature. Like we should be this way. It kind of makes us. It kind of makes us look at ourselves like we shouldn't be here and that there should be less of us.
you just cut down trees or just
It's only a certain.
It's like there's a spirit that kind of doesn't want humans to proliferate.
It's a certain people who are controlling that though. There's certain people.
No, but
the people running the world are the ones like trying to throw the world into hell.
Yeah, but this goes back
trying
to
to
what I'm
kill
saying
everyone.
last week
Yeah,
though.
100.
This is what I was going about saying about last week. Like it's like what's your will? Like what's your mind actually on? Like I'm saying like you yourself have to think because you know what there's a whole concept of like actually like talking to yourself means like you're a crazy person or anything like that, like which I don't believe anyway, to be honest, because the only person you can lie to the whole world, you can't lie to yourself. Like it's literally it's not, it can't happen, it's not possible. Like so what I'm trying to say is like you just got to think about yourself. Like am I gonna listen to this? Like does this actually make sense? Like that's what you gotta think about. Like
Yeah, but we do like we all have a part to play. Some people, they're too preoccupied with other things going on in their lives to pay attention to these things.
yeah.
So it's kind of like we kind of have to take that into account. Because if you have the ability to think about these things and to make a change, then you should probably focus on that and make it easier for other people to live their lives, because that'll probably affect them to live better. Because there's some people are kind of, no, I'm not even saying in a negative way, like followers in the sense of they just have their current lifetime, they have so much going on within it that they can't focus on the bigger picture. Like it's either like a lot of family situations, survival.
Exactly. See,
They
that's
just
what
can't
I'm saying.
focus on
You're just
that.
thinking about.
So it's like
your attention requires more immediate things. Like, you don't even have time to think about.
so you kind of just
bigger
accept
scope
what's
things,
given to you
like,
to survive.
Exactly. You see, that
So,
goes
yeah.
back to what I was saying about the healthcare situation.
You're right. So
Like, they're not thinking about let me go to this
Okay.
Babalao's in some corner. Hospital around the corner. Let me get these
Solutions
pills.
then.
Solutions.
But in the sense of
In regards to what Larry is saying, like, everyone got so much real life issues going on. Basically, as a whole, they can't really, I don't know,
focus on other factors.
Yeah.
And the solutions. Yeah, no, it's a tough one because it's like, because I think it ties into each other. Like the whole like, yeah, there's all of these things in the world that you haven't got attention for, but I think it's also a case of, because you're dealing with so many of these other factors is why you like you're not seeing
That's
what
why
you should be seeing.
It's important to be business minded, because being business minded, you're solution minded. That's how you come up with
good point.
business.
That's a good
It's
point.
Solution. So
But at the end of the day, the way the world is and the way humans are, not everyone is a leader. Some are followers, and there's nothing wrong with that, because if everyone was a leader, it's just shambles.
Too many
yeah,
chefs.
I know. It's just
It's
just
literally
for
just
those
shambles.
who are. It's important for you to like really
Understand
pursue
your
that.
responsibility,
Yeah, understand your
as a
responsibility.
leader. It's a good thing to think about, to be honest. And I think we should all think about that. And I think on that note, we're actually gonna wrap up for today. It's been a good sesh, and so you guys can
Pretty
catch us
chill,
on.
It's been pretty chill.
Yeah,
Apart from the 50-50 got hot there.
It's been pretty chilled out, yeah. Like, so as usual, you guys can catch us on Sunday. This time the W's over there, so I ain't gonna say no words or nothing. But on that note, we're actually out.
Peace.